Okay, so guys, you're tuned into the tape. My name is Jason Ellie. This is actually the first episode ever on the tape, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to know the artists behind the music. Now, who are these people? What are they about? Getting into the music, sustaining longevity. One thing I always talk about is no matter the field you're in, it could be medicine, it could be industrial work, it could be music, it could be anything. Once you have longevity, you have to be respected, and it's a difficult thing to stay on, because with longevity, people believe in your product, people purchase your product, and people want to associate themselves with you. So that's what we want to find. These artists, their longevity and what they're doing, their plans, and we want to learn from them. So this is the best place to do this, So you're tuned into the tape. We're going to update you guys on how you can check us out on social media, how you can stay involved with what we're doing, how you can ask the artists anything you want to ask them real lifetime as the show goes on. So today, and it's an honor, this hardly ever happens to have probably, arguably, the biggest artist in Africa right now as your guest on the first show ever. This is super huge for me personally. So I'm a fan. I hope I don't wild out because there's water behind me. So I hope I don't wild out. I've got equipment and stuff. So I have the man, the myth, the legend. I hope I got the intro. I hope I know the intro. I have Cassper Nyovest.
Shut up.
How you doing, man?
I'm chilling.
Nice. So it's good to have you on. You're in Ghana. We're going to talk about everything, because we want to get to know you. But is this your first time in Ghana, though?
Yeah, it's my very first time in Ghana. It's been a lit trip. We've been having fun every day. There's been something that was memorable. Been doing like a media run,
Yeah.
We're not even here for any particular reason. We just came out here to try and suss out, the game out here and try and record music. So we've been having a lot of fun, but the place is hot.
It is. SA is not this hot?
No way. It's hot.
It's blazing, right?
Yeah, and then it makes you want to just chill in the hotel,
Yeah. But you have to go out. Please go out. We know it's hot.
Yeah, we've been going out. It's really hot, but you kind of get used to it after like an hour outside. Yeah.
Cool. We're happy you're here. So like I said, we want to talk to you about everything. The music. The man behind the music. Before you go into music, I always say we're artists with the biggest platforms. These are stuff people want to know. Who is Cassper Nyovest, music aside? Yeah. We know you are music, but before you go into the music, who is Cassper Nyovest?
I've always been just like a playful, loud dude, always in the streets, always playing. I grew up playing every kind of sport except rugby. So whenever people were playing cricket or soccer.
Was it ever sports for you? Did you ever?
Yeah. I really thought that I was gonna be a sports player, but that music came, and then it was a source of I don't know how to put it, but I could express myself and create, and I like that about it, and also you became cool with the girls if you were like a rapper or a poet or something like that, or a dancer, because I was a dancer actually before I started rapping. So
what was that vital? Because I think this is very important in making a decision with what you want to do with your every person. What was that moment? It's music. Was it an artist you saw on TV? Was it a performance you were at?
Yeah, there was a dude called Double HP. Growing up, and he lived in my hood. So he lived like 5 houses away from my house.
Wow, that must have been huge for you.
Yeah, and I saw him pass one time in front of my house walking, and I told my mom, I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be famous like him, you know what I'm saying? So he was a definite inspiration in our lives. And then came Kuli Chana, and there was a lot of people from my hood.
How old were you by then?
Man, I was probably 10 or so. I started making music at that time. I don't even remember when I started making music. I started making music in grade 7, I think.
Remember your first song you ever recorded?
Yeah, I do. The first song I recorded was, we had this group called Slow Motion. Yeah. Oh, wait, what was it called? Childhood Gangsters or something. It was at that time when 50 Cent was hard and G Unit.
Baggy jeans.
Yeah, so we really thought we were like, the miniature version of G Unit. So yeah, that's when we started recording music.
Yeah, that's how it happened for you. Now, one thing, I even told you this as soon as you came here, your story is truly inspirational.
Thank you.
The reason I say this is, getting into an art like music, we have to be honest with ourselves. In Africa, parents are like, go to school. Most places, go to school, get a degree, probably a master's, get a job, get a salary. But Cassper Nyovest told his parents he wanted to do music, and you had to convince them music was the thing for you. And one thing I also told you is that people are going to be tuning in right now who want to give up. They're in this position. At the same time, they want to be Cassper. What did you do? How did you convince your parents? What is it about Cassper that made him do that?
Yeah, I fought with my parents, number one. Like, they were never for it until, I had to sit them down and be an adult about it and show them, my plan and what I wanted to do. But they never ever really, grasped the whole idea until something started to happen. So I remember my uncle once taught me that if you want to explain your dream, you need to make it a reality. So I don't think parents will ever understand until they see that it's actually becoming a reality, you know what I'm saying? And so in the beginning of my career, I really just wanted to show my parents that this thing can it can be a career, and I could make something out of myself through it. So, but it took years, bro. It took mad years before they opened up to this music thing. Now they cool about it because they see, the crib that I live in, and they've been to my shows and stuff.
Yeah. So did you actually drop out of school? Was that the process?
Yeah, I dropped out at 16.
Wow.
Yeah, at the age of 16, I dropped out. I went to Johannesburg, and I've been in the streets ever since.
Are you just naturally? When you say you're just naturally a risk taker, are you just naturally a confident person? Because it's not easy at 16 to make this decision.
I'm actually a very, very responsible and safe human being.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't do that every day of my life. If I did, then I'd have kids everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually very safe, but I just had this voice inside of me that I couldn't avoid, and I had to follow through. And I was just such a great believer in God, and I believed in myself as well. So I had a lot of faith in my plan.
Cool. So moving forward, you drop out of school, 16, convincing the parents. You move to Johannesburg, right? So you start recording. Time passes by. What was that major breakthrough, and how many years from actually getting to Johannesburg? What was that major breakthrough?
It was a song called Gusheshe. There's a record called Gusheshe. People should check it out on YouTube. That's what, that song changed my life. And that was like 8-10 years deep. It was between 8 and 10, maybe like 9 years since I had been in Johannesburg before we got that song.
Cassper, wait, you were in Johannesburg for 10 years. 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, before anything happened.
I think the reason I love this, and the reason why I'm stressing on this, is one thing we have a problem with as people is patience. And you saying this is going to actually inspire a lot of people. 10 years after you left to Johannesburg at 16, and did you ever want to give up?
Of course, man. There were times where it was really, really tough.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, but I don't think at any point did I really think I was gonna give up, because when I look back, like, it's 6 years deep, I've been here, everything is so hard, then I'm like, then that means the 6 years that I've spent here was useless, you know what I'm saying? So we just had to push on, and I just believed in myself, bro. But there were days where it was really hard just to smile or to think any positive of what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because it gets hard, like, there's days where you can't even buy airtime or buy food, or get a little drink for yourself at a party, or even get into the party. So there's challenging times, and while you're doing that, then you see, like, the hottest rapper pull up in an SUV, and with a bunch of they never used to pull up in Bentleys before me, man.
Write that down.
Yeah.